Hello, Power of 100 Women. Amy Sutton from Hastings Family Service. And first we want to thank Melissa and the Core 10 team for selecting Hastings Family Service to be one of the 3 nonprofits in this round. We are fortunate to work with both of the others. We provide food to our neighbors, and often they're able to have delicious apples that were donated by the Carpenter Nature Center. And we also provide clothing and household items for the women and children who are supported by the Lewis House. So the 3 of us are proof that we're all better together. And we really were hoping to be with you on April 21st because that is the actual 50th anniversary date of Hastings Family Service. And Lou Lindy, who is one of our founders, always talks about how they never imagined what Hastings Family Service would become clear back when they started it in 1970. And it was started with clothes being collected in the basement of one of our founders' homes and then distributed to children at the school. Well, last year through Rivertown Treasures, we provided nearly 800 families with clothing and household items. So we've come a long way. And many people know us for Rivertown Treasures in the store, but we're also known for our food shelf, which is called The Market. It's a choice model food shelf that serves about 100 families each month with a full food shelf order, and in addition to that, many, many emergency bags. We provide financial services like small grants for prescriptions or major car repairs. We have a Just Friends transportation program, and we partner with Regina Alina Hospital to provide Meals on Wheels in town. We have seasonal programs like school supplies and our Project Share Holiday Assistance Program. And of course, all of it is made possible by nearly 400 volunteers. On site, we have a business center, and we also are the only agency in Dakota County to have a full-time financial worker in our building Monday through Friday. So one of the things that makes us unique at Hastings Family Service is that we really try to work with people to figure out the root cause of their need so that we can provide additional resources for them. And it's really a help to have that resource right across the hall from us. So at this point, about 1 in 12 people in our service area, which is the School District 200, utilize one or more of our programs at Hastings Family Service. And in our application, we included some stories of a typical day at Hastings Family Service, and we had hoped to show lots of pictures in our PowerPoint of what it's like here. But as you know, this isn't the same today. This is what we typically looked like a few weeks ago. But as you know, the world around us has changed dramatically just since our application to the Power of 100. And Chris is going to talk about that a little bit.
Hello there, I'm Chris Cope. I'm the Executive Director here at Hastings Family Service. And I'm not sure if you've had a chance to drive by our building since the past month has gone by, but we have some great signs in the window. One of them says we're here to help, and another one says spread love, not germs. As Amy referenced, we still are operating some of our programs. I'm standing here in the market. The only thing that is different is rather than coming into the market and selecting your groceries, today we're having folks come to our drive-through where they get a pre-packed box of food and enough food to feed their family. In addition, our Meals on Wheels program is in full swing. We're still delivering 5 to 7 meals every single day, every single week for individuals. The only difference is 9 volunteers make that delivery once a week. Our financial assistance program is available via the phone, and we can give people help for many different areas, and Amy mentioned some of those. This week we changed some of those guidelines so that rather than applying for a grant for things like diapers and formula, you can get them right here directly through our market, and we've purchased those. And then finally, one of the greatest changes we made is through our Just Friends program, where we're providing transportation, 18 rides every week to folks who are receiving dialysis. And thanks to our friends at the Hastings Bus Company this week, they've provided a bus and are now providing that transportation to ensure social distancing is possible. I think what I love most about being a part of Hastings Family Services over the past 50 years, I've seen this organization be able to be nimble and responsive to the changing needs of this community. Like in 1975, when immigrant families came from Laos and a house was purchased by the agency and our community to host a local family. And back in 1988, when Hastings Family Service and the American Red Cross help to relocate all the victims of the Oak Ridge fire. And that's really what we're asking you to do today. We're asking that you help us to continue to be nimble and responsive to our COVID-19 response plan. A few years ago, we adopted a philosophy that whatever we do, we should pilot it first. What we've learned is that when we pilot, we're not afraid to make mistakes. And what we've learned is that we're not afraid to fail or to try something new. And we sometimes even learn that we are affirmed by the decision we made, and it's a great extension of our mission. Today, with your help, we hope that you will support us as we pilot our COVID-19 response so any family can access food. Today, as I said, we're a drive-through food shelf, but we need to be nimble and ready to respond to what might be next. What does that really mean? It means that we need to improve the logistics of how we source food like fresh produce, dairy, and meat. We need to explore things like possibly using a box truck or a transit van for more efficient pickup and delivery. We need to be able to respond when Polka Dot Dairy donates 10 cases of milk and 3 cases of eggs like they did this week. And we need to be able to have more solutions to accept a donation of food that might come on a pallet.
So Chris gave you a lot of examples of what are happening. But first and foremost, support from Power of 100 will help us again with that food access, with reaching out to wholesalers and distributors, and also exploring delivery options and the idea of perhaps renting or leasing a truck and seeing how it would work for us to take our services out into the community. You know, timing has been a challenge with this pandemic because March is Minnesota Food Share Month, and it's typically one of our biggest fundraising months. But with the loss of Hastings Tastings being canceled and Rivertown Treasures being closed, we've also discovered great opportunities like Power of 100, and we've also been blessed that Minnesota Food Share has extended their proportionate matching funds through the month of April. So any gifts done to Hastings Family Service through April will receive that proportionate match and have a greater impact. You know, the mission of Hastings Family Service has always been the people of Hastings reaching out as family in support and service to one another. Thank you for considering this opportunity to be part of the people reaching out as family, providing support during this challenging moment in time, while also providing hope for what the future can be. Our next 50 years has started out in a pretty interesting way. Thank you and stay well.